Hey guys, I'm happy to report that while we've been away, things have been improving. We've done things like this. And of course, this. I hope that the audio, the quality of the image, and the presentation table we now have is going to make your experience better. Today we're going to take a look at our new test bench, the components that went into it, and we're going to build it right in front of you for fun because you know what? This is something I enjoy and I figure you're going to enjoy it too. Voila! These are the components that are going into our test bench. I'm going to go through each one, just tell you which ones we've chosen, the reasons behind why we chose it. Some are voluntary and some aren't. And let's get started. For the motherboard, I went with an ASUS ROG Strix X299E gaming motherboard. Part of the reason was because of our Intel Core i9-7900X processor. We needed something in the X299 chipset. I'm a strong believer in the ASUS brand and also in their motherboards. I have never had one fail me yet, and I continue to use them to this day. As a chassis, I tossed around a few options. Ultimately, I settled on the Thermaltake Core P5 chassis. It's not intended as a test bench chassis, but it's an open air frame. It's not as costly as some of the test bench chassis solutions out there, and I like it. Moving over to graphics cards, we're gonna go with an EVGA GeForce RTX 2080 gaming. Sorry, the XC gaming. I went with this partly because I want to bring you guys an RTX review, and right now manufacturers aren't sending them because there are only 22 of you at the time of recording this video. Hopefully more by the time we publish. Moving on, as I said, we've got our Intel Core i9-7900X that was generously supplied to us by Intel. This is going to get us started. This is going to run our test bench for the foreseeable future. And when you guys throw your support behind us, Intel's going to throw their support behind us as well. Moving on, I went for memory with the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro memory. I went with this because I haven't seen too many Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro reviews yet. I've seen a lot of other reviews to do with RGB memory, but this one had my interest, and I wanted to take a look at it for you guys and for myself. So it's a DDR4 3000 megahertz kit. It's 2x16. We're going to run dual channel for now. I know the processor and the motherboard support quad channel. It's just not in the cards yet. Hopefully we can get Corsair to send us at least another two 8 gig modules. Hopefully we can get them to send us a solid 4 16 gig modules. For our primary boot drive, I'm going with a Samsung 960 Pro 512 gig M2 NVMe SSD. We're gonna put in a secondary SSD, a Samsung 850 Pro 256 gig drive. This is going to be a master image drive. So when I do benchmarking, when I change components out, I'm gonna take the master image off of this and image it back to the NVMe drive that we've got running on the 960 Pro. Second last is our power supply. I've actually gone with an EVGA 1600 watt titanium. It's overkill for this build. I might actually end up swapping this out with a slightly less powerful 1000 watts Corsair HX 1000. For today, we're gonna start with the 1600 watt EVGA power supply. Lastly, our CPU cooler is going to be the Corsair H100i Pro RGB. I don't care too much about the RGB on this. I primarily went with this because it's slightly quieter using magnetic levitation fans. And you know what? Corsair's AIO liquid coolers come highly recommended to me. So we're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully it's gonna give us some good thermals on stock performance and even better thermals when we start overclocking. So let's dive in.